Okay, so let me write that. So you have a state I, you just wander and come back. Okay, so the probability of you start at I, come back to I after n step is non-zero. Okay, that means there is a n step cycle, right? I start from I, come back to I after n steps. Okay, well, I would say it's a cycle, right? Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, it's not just a cycle. So, for example, in between also, I could have come back to the state, go again, and come back, and so on. But in general, I have a n step walk that starts at I and ends at I. Okay, so I'll call it as a walk rather than a cycle. Okay. Now, it's possible that for different values of n, this PII of n could be greater than 0, right? I'll collect all those n's. For example, let me give an example. So maybe I'll write a diagram, okay? So maybe this is, I don't want to do this. It's quite complicated. 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is a Markov chain, okay, with certain probability. Okay, I won't so what is the probability? If you want to make it more interesting, I'll do this half half. Okay, otherwise it's a boring Markov chain, right? It will keep on circling. Okay, is that fine? Now let's look at P11. So I start at 1. After one step I can come back, right? You agree? Because with a
Yes, sir.
probability of half. I start at 1. Can I come back to 1 in 2 steps? Hmm?
No, at least three.
No, I can, right? So one way is, I can start here, come back to 1, and then again come back to 1, right? That's like 2 steps,
Oh,
right?
yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
So I can do that, right? So this is also great. P11 in 3 steps. Yeah, I can go to
Yes.
yeah, I can go to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 1, right? This is greater than, and so on. So essentially, if you collect all those n for which PIIN is greater than 0, I'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? I get a sequence of
Sir,
numbers. Yes.
sir, going from one position to another position in
Uh,
two steps,
uh.
it doesn't mean that the in between there should be the
Ah.
another stage.
Not necessary. I said that's why I said it's a walk, right?
Okay, okay.
Slightly confusing. A walk is what? Just take any direction, any
Yes, sir. Yeah.
road, nothing. That's a walk, right? It's not a
Yes,
path.
sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir. Yeah.
path is where you should not repeat. You should not come back to the same node again and go forward, right? That's not a path.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's not a walk. Sorry, that's not a path, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now you collect all these, and I will take the GCD of this. You know what GCD is? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Greatest common divisor of all these. Okay, that is called the period of a state I. Okay, is that fine? So what is the GCD of this?
One only.
1, right? If the GCD of a state is 1, that state is called aperiodic. Okay, if the state has some GCD of, let's say, 2 or 3, it's called a periodic state. Okay, okay, is that fine? So let me write that as a formal definition. Okay, the period of a state I, denoted d of I, is the GCD, greatest common divisor of those n, okay, for which PII of n is greater than 0. If d of I equal to 1, then I is called aperiodic state, or the state I is called, then the state is called aperiodic.